guys, it's Mrs. Hope. Today we are going to read a story that I think is pretty cool, and it's actually called a myth. If you don't know what a myth is, I made a slide to explain this to you. It is a story explaining why something happens, usually in nature. So it explains why things happen to plants and animals or our earth. And sometimes it involves gods or supernatural beings. And the people who originally told these stories really did believe they were true. So here's an example of a couple stories that are also myths, because a lot of myths were written from people who are in different cultures that were trying to explain why things were happening to the earth. So the first one here is a Hawaiian myth about the earth, sea, and sky. And then the second one here is Chinese myths and legends. But the one that we are going to read today is a myth told by Native Americans. And let me pull it back up here. So this myth is one from long ago, and it was for them to explain something people wondered about or didn't quite understand. So as we read it today, I want you to think about what this story is trying to explain. So this is called How Coyote Stole Fire. In this Native American myth, can a clever coyote trick the fire beings? So it's a play like the one that we read last week, and we'll be reading it more in class. But today, my husband and I are going to be reading, and he, of course, is going to play the part of man. I'll be all the other characters, and I'll try to change my voice to make it a little more interesting for you guys. All right. Long ago, when humans were new, they did not know about fire. As the weather grew colder, the humans became worried.
The seasons are changing again.
Soon the snow will come. I'm afraid that the children and I will get too cold.
If only we could have a small piece of the sun in our teepees for the winter.
Coyote heard what the humans said and felt sorry for them. Perhaps I can help. Scene 2. High on a mountain lived 3 fire beings. These beings kept fire for themselves. They watched over it carefully. Humans must never get our fire, or they might become as strong as we are. One evening, Coyote crept up to their camp. Quiet, I hear something. The 3 fire beings looked around. What is it? Just a coyote near the bushes. Go rest, my sisters. I will watch over the fire for a while. Coyote saw that the fire beings took turns at night. One watched the fire while the other 2 slept. Ah, I think I have a plan. Scene 3. Coyote went down the mountain and spoke to his friends. You know about humans, right? Those creatures with no fur? They're always taking my acorns. They are not your acorns. The acorns are for everyone. The earth takes care of all creatures. That's true, because humans have no fur. Winter is hard for them. Will you help me bring them warmth? Eek! Will there be danger? Great danger. I must steal fire from the fire beings. Ack! I hear they can tear open the earth. Okay, I hear they can boil rivers. I must try to help them. Will you join me? Eek! Ack! Okay. Scene 4. Coyote went back up the mountain. He saw a fire being watching the fire. He waited. Finally, the fire being went to wake her sister. Sister, wake up! It's my turn to sleep and your turn to watch the fire. Now is my chance. Coyote jumped out of the bushes and grabbed a glowing piece of fire. The fire being came out of the teepee and saw Coyote running away. Ah! Thief! The fire beings chased after him. Catch him! Scene 5. Coyote ran and ran. One of the fire beings got close to Coyote, but she could only reach the tip of his tail. Aye! The fire being's hot touch burned the hairs white. And to this day, the tips of Coyote's tails are white. Squirrel, I need you. I'm here. Coyote threw the piece of fire. Squirrel caught it and put it on her back. She fled through the treetops. Squirrel did not know how hot the fire would be. Ooh, ee, ah! It burned her back so badly that her tail curled up, just like squirrels' tails still do today. Frog, I need your help. I'm behind this log. Squirrel threw the fire to Frog just as one of the fire beings grabbed Frog's tail. Not so fast, little greenie. Frog gave a mighty leap, but the fire being didn't let go. Yowza! He tore himself free, minus his tail. And ever since, frogs haven't had tails. Frog threw the fire onto wood, and wood swallowed it. The fire was gone. The fire beings were angry. They tried to get fire from wood, but nothing would work. Finally, they gave up and flew back up the mountain. Scene 6. But Coyote knew how to get fire from wood. He went to the humans' village and showed them how. Take 2 dry sticks, rub them together, fire will appear. Wonderful, Coyote! Thanks, Squirrel and Frog, too.
Dear friends, we will use this fire to cook a great feast.
Please join us! Then everyone gathered around the fire and got warm. And from that time on, humans were warm and safe through the cold times. All right, so do you guys think that after having read this story that you can figure out what they were trying to help people understand? So think about it. What was this play trying to explain? And after you finish reading this, I'm going to let you pick an activity that you want to do from a choice board. So you only need to do one activity to submit to me. All right, and I'll see you for our live meeting on Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Bye.